Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Cami and this is CamisFluidArt. I am an energy healer, clairvoyant energy channel, crystal Reiki master, intuitive card reader, Lightworker, Earthkeeper, and Andromedan starseed. Thank you so much for being here today. If you're new to the channel and the message resonates with you today, I encourage you to like and subscribe so that you know when our videos are posted. If you're a returning viewer, guys, I'm so glad that you're here. You guys know that you're family and I appreciate you. I have had a number of requests for a card shuffling video, so we're going to come into center and we're going to start shuffling the cards and we're going to talk about some things, okay? Just taking a moment now to come into center through our heart space, connecting down to Mama Gaia, back up through the heart space, up through the crown, to the higher self, to Creator Source. We asked for our healed guides and loved ones to be here now to give us guidance. As we claim and clear this space from all other cares and worries. While we look for a color, I'm going to talk a bit, okay? So if you guys noticed, I missed a video on Monday. If you're ever worried that I don't post or you're, oh, she hasn't put anything up, please just come to the channel and go to the banner and you can click on the Patreon link. You do not have to be a member. I put public posts up there all the time. Also, in the background, you probably hear the puppy. We got a new puppy over the weekend. My husband has been off all week. This is our anniversary weekend. It will be 30 years. And we got a puppy. So it's been a busy week. I wasn't able to post on Monday. And we have some colors. We have Sapphire, which is number 38. And that's Regenerate Your Body. And we have Mauve, number 43. Enjoy Clear Hearing. Okay, so hopefully puppy takes his nap. If not, we're going to have some puppy energy during the video. But I'm hoping that he takes his nap. I got a new set of cards. Some of you may or may not know that I'm studying Celtic shamanism. My lineage is Scottish, Irish, and German. And I've been looking more into my roots lately. And I was interested. I really like to get cards that are well researched when I'm getting into something new or very old. And this deck came up as a suggestion on Amazon. I'll put a link below. The author and the illustrator are the same person. So it really has some interesting insight. I just got it yesterday and I just started going through it. And the first card that I got was the U card. And it has this nice big book with this nice explanation. And it has all kinds of historical information about the yew tree. And when it talks about its botanical name, it goes through the family, the Ogham name, the Scots Gaelic, the Irish Gaelic, the Welsh, and the French. So this is based on the Ogham language. When I was reading the book yesterday when I got it, she said, you know, this is not a deck for divination, this is a deck for artwork. Perfect. So we're going to see what we get out of here today. If you share similar lineage to me, and you'd like to drop that in the comments below, or you could email that to me on the garden portal too. That's fine. So last week we had something interesting happen. We had several messages come into the garden portal over a couple days that were very, very, very similar issues. A lot of these were sparked by the video that we put up that talked about checking to make sure that you're not continuously healing the same things over and over in an addictive manner. And that sparked a lot of conversation. So I put these begin. I'm going to put these cards up so that you can look at them longer, but this one is the first letter in the Ogham alphabet, down and one across. Now, this is interesting to me because about a year ago, I was doing, I won't get into the whole story, but I was channeling a family member. And I was doing some channeled writing, and I had made an incredible number of symbols all over this page, which I have spent a great deal of time trying to find out what they mean or researching them in different ways, and haven't really found anything. And then I came across this Ogham language when I started studying on Duolingo. I like to learn languages, go figure. Like I took 4 languages in high school, was just always interested in languages. So anyway, I came across this Ogham writing, which is based on trees. And I noticed that several of the marks that are used in this alphabet are exact copies of the marks that I was making in that particular channeling session. Interestingly, the family member that I was channeling is, she's passed obviously, but she was full-blood Irish. So this is based in Old Irish. So let's read that card because obviously I haven't gotten it yet. So begin is for birch. Every seed that lay in sleep since the coming of cold without mercy, every seed will now root in the earth. I can't pronounce who that's from. I will put a screenshot of that up for you, okay? Oh, okay, so the Scots Gaelic one is ver. I believe that's pronounced probably not correctly. I just started doing the Gaelic a couple weeks ago. So the message is, make a beginning. To begin a thing is to change. Change frightens humanity. As a rule, we've always preferred the world to stay predictable, routine, and safely ordered. That is true. A seed is safe and predictable. It is ordered, but it is not alive until it breaks its shell. It's not alive until it begins to try something new. It is said in the book of Ballymonte that Ogham itself began when Ogma, the one who is named for, cut into a birch twig and made a mark to be a message. This story is told in a series of questions and answers. Whence the Ogham got its name according to sound and matter? Who are the father and mother of the Ogham? By whom? It was written. Not hard. Ogham is for Ogma in respect to its sound, according to matter. Ogham, or Ogwani, perfect alliteration, which the poets applied to poetry. The father of Ogham is Ogma. The mother of Ogham is his blade. The first mark made by Ogma's blade, we're told, was the fid of Beth, the beginning. The birch tree bears this mark well. The hints of bright green in its canopy are the first sign of spring. Welcomed by eyes hungry for color after the dark. In the claw of the robin, so Welsh legend tells us, a birch branch is used to kill the soul of winter in its shape of a wren and free the world from the cold. In ecological terms, the birch is known as a pioneer tree. In ground that has been decimated by fire or human action, land that would kill an oak, you will see the valor of birch saplings, slender and fragile. They raise their branches to the sky and whisper to the wind, "We will grow. We will be a forest someday. We are not afraid." Beginnings have always frightened humanity. Beginnings and births are perilous, a time of uncertainty as well as joy. Over the years, the birch, slender and white, has come to be the protector of beginnings to the peoples of northern Europe. In Ireland, birch branches were hung over the beds of women in labor, and in Scotland, birch timber cradles protected the new and uncertain lives of infants. In Scandinavia, birch beer was drunk as a spring tonic, and in Wales, new couples kissed and more under birch boughs to strengthen their union. At Beltane, all across Europe, a birch pole or young birch tree became the maypole, heralding the new summer and blessing the beginning of all things that summer would bring. It is this cheerful valor that the birch tree offers us. "Come on, give it a try," it says in the whisper of wind between its bright leaves. The worst you can do is learn something new in the trying. You'll be afraid, but don't let that stop you. So many of us let our fears hold us back from trying something new, beginning a venture, taking a plunge. We say, "I'll wait until I'm good enough. I have bills to pay. I'm not really ready," we say. "I'll try later." But at the root of all these excuses is the cold little truth. I'm scared. I think I'll fail. I don't want to be a failure. Dig out that root as you would dig out a weed, and let the birch tree grow in its place. This is what it'll tell you. Sometimes you're going to make mistakes. Making mistakes is the nature of learning. It is not the nature of failure. The nature of failure is cowardice. You only fail when you stop trying. Starting something new is terrifying, but do as the birch does. Take a deep breath, stand quiet and tall, raise your head up, look forward, and begin. So when I was reading that, other than it made me very thirsty, when I started this channel, I was all alone in this journey. And I thought, well, how am I going to find my tribe if they can't find me? So here I am on YouTube, talking to all of you, shuffling cards, channeling messages. And behind the scenes, I'm having some of the most meaningful conversations with people through the garden portal. My tribe has found me. They are finding me. You're all finding me. We're finding each other. I had a request from one of my viewers from Sweden if we could set up a private Facebook page. I'm not a fan of Facebook. Too many bullies on there. So my kids are going to set up a Discord for me, and I say my kids because they're all gamers. They're kids, but they're all adults. So they're going to set up a Discord server, and we're going to make that available for anybody that wants to contact me through the email. I'll get back to you with that information when it's all up and running, okay? So you can get the Garden Portal email up in the banner or down in the description. Or at the end. All the information's about it at the end. This one. Spirit Guardian of Summer. Expansion. It's 37, which is a 10. It's interesting. Beginning a cycle and ending a cycle. Talking about regenerating our body and enjoying clear hearing. Spirit Guardian of Summer Expansion. In the sacred forest, the Spirit Guardian of Summer has arrived. Large clumps of purple berries hang heavy on the vine. The apple trees are laden with shining, ripe red fruit. The droning of the bees fills the forest. The grass is high. The forest is alive with the heady scent of flowers. So the Spirit Guardian of Summer says, work with passion, don't hold back, take positive steps in the direction of your dreams now in order to reap the harvest later. Your hard work will result in abundance, bounty, and beauty. Celebrate. Enjoy the fruit of your labor. So vitality, health, success, abundance, healing, and passion are expanding in your life. However, you can't sit back and wait for it to happen. The energy of summer is the energy of working with passion in the direction of your dreams. Give it everything you've got, and an immense reward will follow. Do not sit on the sidelines. Work hard, play hard. Your labor will pay off. If you hold back and repress what you feel during this time, you will become drained, and your spirit will wane. This is not the time to take care of everyone else. This is the time to step forward with passion and delight. You'll be glad that you did. The most earth energy is available to us during the summer season. It is when we can access the greatest amount of sunlight and spiritual light so that the power of the sun can pour into our hearts. That was the deck we got last time. See what the secret language of light has to add. So, also, just popped into my head, this is our 100th video. Oops, 100 videos. We have a catalog of over 100 videos. Excuse me, I should have eaten. Healing, number 5. 5 is a number of change. So healing with regenerating your body, enjoying clear hearing, new beginnings, expansion. Let's see if anything from husky to Cancer a couple of months ago now. And we were really feeling the need for some fresh, brand new life energy here. So, energy exchange. Yes. Yes. Sometimes, oh my goodness, I should have eaten. Sometimes we just have to take a leap of faith and follow our heart. You know, it's a lot of work. Haven't had a puppy for a long time. But he is so sweet. Joey's adjusting, he's tolerating, he recognizes that he's a baby. So hopefully that continues to go well. Him and his new big brother role. So the garden portal. So we had several old ladies actually coming around the same time with very, very similar issues. So I was going to do individual ceremonies, transmutation ceremonies for them. The wind. But when I printed out their emails, which is what I do, I print out the emails so I can make notes on it. When I printed out the emails and I went through and I was just looking for that solid central thing, because you know a lot of times we talk, and it's really just about this one tiny thing and we've talked all around it, but there it is. So that's what I was looking for. Most oftentimes when these messages come into the garden portal, there were very long paragraphs of just frustration. Sometimes I have to pause and come back to them a couple of times so I don't pick up on that. So at any rate, as I was going through these emails and doing that, looking for the central thing, I realized that they were all the same thing. So I kind of put them all in one ceremony, and I was getting set up, and when my boys were home, and I don't do the super quiet house for that because I'm not recording, so they just kind of came into the room and they were saying hi, and as that was happening, over here on the side, I started seeing kind of like I'm having this conversation like I'm having with you, but over here on the side, I had something new happen where I started seeing kind of a small movie playing, but it was me, and I was actively in this other situation where I saw myself, felt myself standing on the top of a Himalayan mountain. I could feel the crisp cold in my skin. I could feel the altitude of it and the difficulty breathing, and the air was so crisp and cool, and I could feel the cold snow. And when I looked up and around, it was 360 degrees of fantastic, fabulous blue. It was absolutely beautiful. And when I turned my head to the right, I saw a fur garment, and I reached over and I took it and I put it on, and when I looked down, I was covered from head to foot in fur. And it was a very interesting presentation too, because I could not see my face, but I could see my hands and my body. So I was talking to my boys, and I'm like, so hey, I'm having this thing happening right now, so I might have to actually record this session. And they were like, oh, okay. And my son went, oh, hey, your salt lamp just went off. And my salt lamp has the kind where the bulb's down inside and it has a bunch of chunks of salt. One of my salt lamps, but that one. And So the bulb burned down. I was like, oh wow. So I went over and I got the salt and I brought it over to the board and I started placing it around on the board. And I got down, there were about 2 pieces left, 2 or 3 pieces left in the bottom, and the bulb came back on. So we had a whole bunch of Himalayan salt all around these emails, and I had added crystals and Himalayan singing bowls, and we recorded this, and it went on for about a half an hour, and I just sent the link out to these 6 people, these 6 women. A couple of them got back to me directly that they saw the exact same thing. They saw all of us, the 7 of us, sitting there in a circle holding hands, which is exactly what I saw, but I didn't say it in the video. Anyway, this was a very, very, very deep healing session. So please, 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 if you have something that you're working on, send it, okay? If I don't get back to you immediately, I don't get to the email immediately. I check it in the morning, sometimes I check it at night. If it's a weekend and it's busy around here, I may not check it until Monday. Like with the puppy, it was crazy busy. I didn't even get to any of my emails from the whole weekend. Friday, I missed all you guys. I'm so sorry I left you hanging. So, at any rate, that was a fantastic session. They don't normally go like that. Normally it's just some words and some crystals and maybe a bowl. But that was a really, really deep experience, and it was really, really unique for me. I had not had anything like that prior to that. So the wind, out of the mystical shaman oracle. The essence, the symbol of the wind, represents the element of air. It rules communication, thought, song, and inspired ideas. It also signifies change with qualities both positive and negative. The wind blows from each of the 4 directions, and there are different qualities bestowed by each. This is important. You may want a pen and paper or something where you can type this in. From the south, I use this all the time, the directions, okay? So from the south, carrying a new sense of trust, helping you gently begin to discard habits and parts of you that are no longer needed, okay? From the west, calling you to more introspection, to a willingness to make final decisions, and to let go of attachment and ego desires. From the north, moving to bring you wisdom and strength. That's where your ancestors, if you're reaching out to your ancestors, it's the north. And from the east, carrying clarity of vision and purpose. Whichever way the wind is blowing for you, the message, which the wind whispers or shouts, is a challenge. It may take courage at first to turn and face the wind, but you will find exaltation in moving toward it and receiving its lessons. I have never moved towards a calling and not been met. I was trying to explain this in an email reply to someone. Right now I can't even recall who, but I was saying if you take that step of faith, that if you move forward with this, you will be met. Your guides, creator, source, they will meet you, okay? If they've encouraged you to step forward, if your higher self is calling you forward, you will be met, okay? I know that it's scary to take those steps, but you will be met. See if the ladies have anything to add. This is Callie, the mother of the universe. I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be the truth of who I am. I was having a conversation with another mom this morning. He was going through a similar situation to one that I'm going through. She's got a daughter that's a teenager, where my daughter is in her late 20s now, so we've progressed farther through this similar issue. as moms, it's really difficult because we give everything we are to our kids. And then there comes a point where they reach a stage where our boundaries don't suit them. And we have to reestablish our own boundaries now with this child of ours. We want them to be who they are. They do not need to change for us to be joyful in our own being. Okay? We know that. Sometimes that is harder to walk out. Yeah. Callie is the mother that takes out the demons to save her children. And that's who we are, really, isn't it? We protect our children. But there comes a point where they're making their own decisions. They're growing up. They're choosing their own path. They're walking their own walk. And we can't do it for them. And we can't allow their walk to take our path off of our direction. You know? Okay. Last one. Let's see if we have some activations. Yes. Allowance and healing. Allowance and healing. Allowance. The frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in wondrous dance of existence and expansion. Healing. The frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. So, that energy exchange, paying attention, listening, getting clarity in our hearing. I mean, healing, regenerating your body, expansion, new beginnings, right? Boundaries and protection. Boundaries and protection. Okay? We have to do it for ourselves first. All right? We have to do it for ourselves first. I'm going to do a quick clearing of our auric space. Looking for any areas that might appear gray. Expansion of unconditional love. We'd like you to take a deep breath in through your heart space. Now I would like you to draw in green light from the universe. Emerald green light. Allow that to expand through your body. That is healing light. If you work with the help of the angels, this would be Angel Raphael. Coming through now. This is new for me.
Kumpuria te e katai shandori nea mania shikatai setera tia pasukupuria sita. Shimonono yeshikate e shumpuria seket e shamadia setesha. Turia sama kapaya shita dae samagono nona yeshite era papaya seket e shamaniasa. Kushumpu ura haramaniasa kata e shapuria sanesha. Ke tataria moso popoya shamaniasa. Murnia kopaposet esha ta arnia makapa ashutuya shekamania sete esha. Peratai shiba kapa ushun puria seket ida ta diama shiba beke dia supuru sum puria te teka. Tenti esha manu usupu. Tela anda eka te esha mani eka ta esite ira papa sekendi ananyama sakapapa ishutu usum. Te iyarata ama kapapo ushuto do yeshan. Kenta esha mania aka orat sikata esha madop ora yanyanya karadi esha puria sekete shimbu usuto eshan. Keta eshita ora maniasa. Kenta rinyamana niesa kato esha manono niesa kata. A lot of work to be done here. This is a deeper level, loved ones. We are getting into some new territory. Inta era pa ashamanu ushupuka aisha te e sambaka esha nununa yara te apa nyema kapa asa te esho. Ikanta esha mania ako po oso tu uri yamana niya sakata esha. Kura ni asari esho ro nunu niya samaka taesha ba esa kata esa. This is a very calm, warm energy. I feel like I've had a cape draped over me, a warm, fluffy cape. Kumpo shamani e kai shipet e sit e shamani era to omashupo osu. Yandai ketera maniasa kato oshupo ese kete intia shamanasa ketesho. Tetaria mabasuku ushu posete era mana e ketesho. Entanda yeshin kiisa. Urapa asama taeshe mekete shipoto taese ketesha. Ekantai ishite erobo osukutu oshamania taesha katasanda isham. Kesantana diata sika patesham diasa de esha toto samakata esha mania sakat esata erobo posikati isam. Tesha pa osokutu usam. Sovereignty. Kumpo shumbotaisi. I'm seeing jeweled crowns. Kumpo shumbotoisham kapapaisite e daisham bobo sakataisha. And hearing sovereignty, sovereignty, sovereignty. Kumpushu potutu yamananta ikete romopopo ishamataisha matayesekete isha. Tela pa asoko omande esho po osuku ora maniasa kapasete. Tera asha uramba akeesa. Misatayeshi. Kutu esha maka etera pase. Kiti isha muto usta kata esha do onania era papa asa kata mushu do kira eshika mamoso kita era papa pasa kate eshandori maga pa asa metanda yeshe kura asa maka aisha po urati eso do oshama no ye kata esha meka yatai shipi eto koto osha makaisha nera nyakama poposho poso koto esha manetera esa makapo esha ta esa makapapa ese I encourage you to look up information about the birch. Ketaya esho ora di esha makasi te esha mania te era papa sukutu esha maniasa. Ketata esha mataya sekate te enti ashama. The root of it, Kampusho to yesama katayesha, the root of it, Kamputayera manmane shabokopoisha te asham ekataisa. From the roots, Kampusho shugodoesha, new life can spring forward. Kampusha te yama paisha te yamanayesha. as the old is broken down. Kumpushu posakate shempete shita akampa shotora nyasa. For compost kutoria maneasham, the new life springs forward. Musu kupoishite era mamaya sekapa shamaniasa. Teta baria samaki. Metai shupu. Kintai saniniasa. Minae shikata. Teta yesamupopose. Tera maniasa. Kumai shamadaya samadaya paradiasa. Kopaya shatadaya kadani nananyamasa. With all gratitude and love, we're going to bring this session to a close. Kumasenya, thank you so much. Kumpoya shamakadaya shamanya sakadayashan. To our spirit guides and our healed loved ones, Kumpoya shamatayasam. To Gaia Creator Source, Kumpoya shamanya sakadayaba. And to the angel Raphael, Kumpoya, that aspect of healing coming through now. Kumpoya daya shamataya samakapapayasam. Shamataya Shamanyasa. With all peace, love, and joy, gratitude, we come now into closing this space. So Shamaniya Samagadayasha. Kundalaniya Samadhyasha. Over the course of the week, we allow these energies to integrate. Kumpoya Shamaniya Sakadaya Shamanyasa. Tiradaya Shamakapapoyasa. As we expand in this new understanding, Kumpo Sakadaya Shamaniya Sakadaya Shamaniya Puriyavasa. Family, thank you so much for being here with me today. If you would like to reach out, you have many options in the banner above or the description below. Namaste. I love you so much. I will see you soon. Family, thank you for being here today. If you have something that you would like assistance with and you would like included on the next transmutation ceremony, you can email that to me at GardenPortalCamisFluidArt@gmail.com. Please note in the subject if you would like me to read that or not, and these will be transmuted in the next ceremony. Thank you for being here. Much love to you.